My name is Sarah McNevich and I live in Bayside. I've lived here for about 23 years. Where my house is located in Bayside is 4 houses down from the Oxford Street shelter. What people are seeing in the encampments now, especially the people who are living near or in businesses nearby the encampments, all of that used to be clustered around my house, my neighbor's houses, and so you name it. We've seen women being trafficked, people openly using drugs, people openly dealing drugs to the extent of, I have video of a rock of crack changing hands right in front of my house. Weapons being openly displayed, theft, of property, burglary, vandalism, damage to homes and cars. It's because it's been normalized. Nobody seems to care what goes on down here. So that's a cultural thing that's happened. That's a culture that's grown up around homelessness in Portland, where it's okay to do those things and no one's going to call you out on it. I've had times when I've been fearful, when I didn't know what I was going to find when I walked out of my house in the morning. I heard a noise out back one day and looked out, and there was a man standing beneath my back window with, digging around with a needle in his arm, which I'd never seen that close. It's a hard thing to see. And several years before, he had been convicted of pistol whipping somebody in a Burger King for $2,000. So, that was my first inkling of, okay, well, certainly there are people suffering, but there are also people who are suffering and dangerous, and that person is also dangerous to other people on the street. I think the frustrating thing is that it's seen as very small things to the broader community or to the courts, and but when they're happening constantly to the same people in the same places, the same businesses that are adjacent, they're not small at all. They're overwhelming. It's frustrating when something happens and the rest of the city at various times has had sort of a, well, if you don't like it, move kind of reaction. Or, what do you expect? You live near a shelter. As if it's not okay to want two things at once, to want people to get help and to want to have your home, your business, your property safe, protected. More than one thing can be true at once, and I think we have to start thinking that way and be compassionate toward everybody involved, people in the encampments, people who live nearby. I see a lot of very motivated people, a lot of caring people who are now thinking about solutions together. And I think that's how we solve this together. And I think we will. I think it'll take some time, but I think that time has come.